Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Chaotic Podcast. We have our leader here, Quentin, also joined by Bryson.
What's up? No. Don't let Craig talk. I don't like Craig.
Now recording.
No. Bad Craig.
We like Craig.
I don't, especially when I have headphones in. He scares the shit out of me.
Now recording.
Yeah.
In a world full of... Yeah, I don't know.
World domination for Craig.
Yes,
Craig.
We all love Craig.
Everybody's worried about Google and Siri, but we should really be worried about Craig.
Craig's taking over the world. This creepy-ass voice. Ah, shit.
He's the AI that's going to actually take us over.
Right? In my nightmares, all I hear is now recording.
Yeah. Dude, you think we react weird? You should see how, shout out to the Plague Boys, but their podcast goes. That's AJ and John's podcast. When they comes on, they're like, "Fuck you, Craig!" Just start yelling at him. And like, dude, it's a recorded. Chill. Craig's our backup, bro, because we use Streamlabs to record. My cat's playing with a dog toy.
Just a quick note for before we start. I found this out today. There's a new Fallout game coming out.
It's there. That is exciting because I am been craving a Fallout game. Please.
It's called Fallout London.
Is it?
So
it's not going to be like an online one, is it?
It doesn't look like it. I was scrolling through YouTube just before we started, and I saw Fallout London official trailer, and underneath of it, it wasn't like weird.
It's gonna end up being a top-down game or some bullshit.
I mean, I'll look it up right now. Like, I wasn't expecting it because usually for games coming from Bethesda and stuff like that, you get an announcement early.
Has E3 came out yet? Oh, there's a whole website and everything.
Yeah, like everything you need to know about Fallout London. Oh, is it I think it's a DLC for 4.
For 4? Yeah, it's a DLC-sized mod for Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So they're still coming out with DLC for 4. That's not bad, though.
That's what this is a month ago, and I'm just now seeing it.
Well, I feel like Bethesda's never been really great at, like, getting the public to know things.
Wow. I mean...
But that's cool, because then I can at least use my character that's already leveled up and just speedrun it.
I forget what I played Fallout 4 on last. So I might have to restart. It's been a hot minute since I played Fallout 4.
Yeah, you probably want to beat the actual story again before playing the DLC, because most DLCs, like, even though they are DLCs, you usually want a leveled player going into it.
Oh, absolutely. That's in any game with DLCs.
Yeah.
And I know we're completely off topic, but it just threw me for a loop, and I was like, what?
No, the main game I'm waiting for, I can't fucking wait, is the new Life is Strange game.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
See, I don't play them. I've watched you play them, and they look like enjoyable games, but it's just not my kind of game.
True Colors is based off of emotions. Like, that's your new thing off of, like, your new ability. Like, you're trying to figure out, like, a murder mystery thing of your brother or something like that. But
okay.
And you can tell everybody's emotions, so you can tell when someone's lying because they might be like, you know. I had something pop up on my screen.
The next game I'm excited for has not been officially announced, so like there's no cover, there's no name for it, no nothing. It's a new Witcher game that CD Projekt Red has said they're in development of.
Bryson, I want you to look up this game.
Okay.
I saw it on TikTok. I didn't know if it was real or not, but apparently it is, and it's coming to PC. It's called True or Die Chirac. And it's like, if you look up the trailer, it's really cool. It's like how you can get money is like, you're basically like a street thug kind of thing. It's like GTA, but like, it's like a role.
True or Die?
Yeah, it's like a role play in GTA is what it seems like.
And what was the
Chirac, Chiraq. But I saw it come up on my TikTok, and I was like, "There's no way this is real." But if it is, it's to be fucking interesting. Then I looked it up, and they actually have a real website, and it's coming December 2021 for PC.
I'm gonna have to look it up. Right here's the website.
Yeah, like it's an actual thing. Like I didn't think it was gonna be real, honestly.
Oh wow, those are actually. I didn't look. I'm not gonna click on the video right now, but just that like screenshot of the video. That's a very good character design.
Yeah, it looks cool. All right.
Yeah. All right, let's get started before we.
Yeah, we're getting too sidetracked, huh? So, we have some special announcements first and foremost. So let's get those out of the way.
Yep.
Todd, aka Dark Redeemer, actually got married this past week.
Toad.
It's a picture of him and his lovely wife, or something like that.
No, okay.
No, it's okay. Me and Corinne have a love-hate relationship. It's all good. But even better, there's a picture of me and Todd, which I look very handsome in. You can see my beer gut.
He tried to say he looked skinny. I told him you could still see the bottom of his stomach.
I told Kayla to let me know when she was taking a picture so I could stop sucking in. But I thought I looked pretty good in that compared to usual.
You and Kayla are now officially godparents.
Something like that.
Something like that.
But, so yeah, that was cool to be there for my mans, even if it was just in the courthouse. What a lame-o, didn't want to have an actual wedding, but I understand, because as me and Kayla are wedding planning, it is fucking expensive.
Yeah, I know.
Other news, it is our boy Heathen's 21st birthday. Well, it was, like, yesterday. Yeah, he's our pro NASCAR player that we have in here.
NASCAR, like...
Oh, yeah, he actually just joined in.
That's what I said.
What's up, Noah? How are you doing?
Is he in here?
How have you been? So, Noah, explain what you do as a pro.
I would love to.
So, I'm part of the esports thing for NASCAR Heat 5, and so yeah, we do on the Xbox side at least. Even though the game is not the best right now, we still push forward and grind every single day, every single night for I don't know how many hours a night we grind, just to get better and better. Mind you, I'm on a controller too. I'm not on a wheel yet, so I think I'm the only controller player actually to make Pro League. So that is a big accomplishment for myself.
Are you sponsored then? Do you have sponsors?
I used to race back when I was like 8 or 9. And that was with Monster on dirt bikes. So yes.
Oh my god!
But I tore my ACL really, really, really badly. As Zenny knows how bad. He used to work with me at Duluth, I think is what it was.
Yeah, I used to be your boss.
I complained every night about my knee.
Yeah,
not even funny.
I can attest to that because I was his line lead. So all the time he just complained to me. My leg hurts.
So I got a question for you then, if you don't mind me asking.
Go ahead.
Are you trying to get like a full racing sim setup going on?
Working on it currently, yes, actually.
Oh, okay.
I've already started. I have a wheel. I have the table. I just want to get the actual gaming, like the actual racing chair, and then I'll have my setup, and I'll be on iRacing. So.
Oh my god!
Have a race sim.
I'm glad he's in Pennsylvania, Quentin. We can play games in a real racing simulator.
Hell yeah! I mean, I don't know if y'all know what iRacing is, but they actually partnered up with NASCAR this year. Well, last year technically, because if you remember when COVID, I don't know if y'all watched NASCAR, when COVID hit really hard, NASCAR was doing iRacing events to be the races, quote unquote, for the COVID break. So we had something to watch still, and that was on main TV, like on Fox, and that was big. That was the first time actually like a game was on live TV. So they partnered up with that this year.
All the actual NASCAR players basically got into a simulator and raced like that.
A lot of them did, not all of them, but a good bit of them did. Yeah, like Dale Jr. I know y'all know who Dale Jr.
Yeah, I
is.
think I remember seeing something about it, but
yeah, it's a big deal. And now it's since they're a partner. If you know who William Byron is, he actually got his start in NASCAR because of iRacing. He was one of the best, if not the greatest ever on iRacing to ever do it. So, and now he's a multiple-time Cup Series winner. So, and an Xfinity champion.
That's insane, honestly.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's definitely gonna be a lot hard shoes to fill when I go over to iRacing. But you know, as Danny knows, I love the challenge. So
that indeed. All right, I guess we should get to our first topics tonight, huh? So
sounds good to me.
First topic we have, as we always do, because we are a gaming group, we have our gaming topics, and then after that we'll have a little bit of sports talk. I got a good few questions that I wanted to add in here, and then a few questions from Nate and everything. So,
is he going to join us?
Yeah, he'll be in after a shower. So the first question is, we'll just go in order. So Heathen will start, and then we'll just go down, and I'll answer last.
Yep.
So the first question I have for everyone, what is a game that you guys feel desperately needs a prequel? Which prequel is before the actual game?
Well, from what I've heard, it's rumored that MW3 is getting remastered this year alongside COD 2021. So, you know, that's going to be pretty cool. So.
Well, I'm muted. There's a reason I'm muted, so just give me a minute.
A game that I feel desperately needs a prequel. Personally, I would probably choose something along the lines of what's it called? I have the game in my head. I can't think of it. Dying Light.
Oh yeah, that would need a prequel. I mean, the sequel's already coming out, so that would make sense.
Like I would like even like if it's just like a DLC kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think that'd be super cool to have.
All right, Bryson, go ahead.
I don't really have an answer to this. I mean, I can give an answer, but it really wouldn't make much sense. But I'd like to see Cyberpunk.
Oh. Okay.
I'd like to, like the old heads that you do the contracts for. I'd like to see what they were like when they were younger.
I haven't gotten too far in it yet, so.
Or Sleeping Dogs. That'd be another one.
Wasn't that the like kind of like Chinese GTA thing that they had going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It was really good.
I remember that being a free game. I remember playing that. For me, I think the biggest game that needs a prequel, I think we need a prequel to Red Dead Redemption 2. Because I feel we have a game that's based in 1914 with John Marston, Red Dead Redemption 1, or no, 1911, that's right. And then we have a game that's based in 1899, but we don't have one from when like the West was like Western, like like the law wasn't as big and stuff like that. Like I feel like
everybody was doing whatever they wanted to do.
I'm not saying we need like a prequel to like Arthur's storyline or John's storyline or Dutch's gang. I think we need like a brand new story, but at like the actual times of like the Western, like the Wild West.
Okay, so kind of like rather than doing like a prequel to another prequel story, kind of just go on
prequel
a whole new
to the game, prequel to like the game itself. So like like the world, and like I know a lot of people want to see like young Dutch, young Hosea, young Arthur as like, and John as like a prequel, but I don't need to see that. I know how the story unfolds. I don't need to keep replaying it and being sad every time I see each character. But
I have a great one for at least Dakota. I don't know Heathen as much as I know because he just came in. So, but Pokemon.
Oh hell yeah!
Doesn't Pokemon have like 20 prequels already?
No. So basically, here's just a short version. All the games that you played so far takes part after this great war So I'd like to revisit even before the war, because they're not going to make a Pokemon game where you have to go to war. But before then, because as Dakota knows, Pokemon go extinct, and there's only so many that we know of. But I'd like to see them as common and Pokemon that we've never seen before.
Yeah, make Genesect literally one of the hardest Pokemon to get in the fucking game. Be a common Pokemon like Pidgeot.
That's what I'm saying. So like these Pokemon that we know are hard to get, like Kabuto and stuff like that, those are like the Rattatas of this game. Like you could just find them on a route somewhere. And I like what they're doing with the Arceus, where they're doing it before Civilization or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we can do that a little bit better. I think Nintendo could do that a lot better, the Pokemon company.
Well, I truly believe, if you don't mind me extending on this topic a little bit of Pokemon, Pokemon X and Y, if you remember that game was kind of based around like a Pokemon War, where they created this giant weapon.
That's where I'm getting at. That's where I'd like to go back to.
Yeah, I think that'd be all right. I think that'd be a cool little prequel to happen.
All right, so in the same sense, going down the line again, what games well, we just talked about prequels, so what games do you think desperately need a sequel?
I have 2 in mind already, so I'll just wait.
I need to think of one.
Hold on, who joined us? Oh, okay, Nathan joined us.
Well, if you don't mind, I already have a game that I'd like a sequel to, if you don't mind.
Go ahead, Dakota.
I really wish and hope for another Yakuza game.
Don't know what that is, but you go ahead and explain.
So the Yakuza is basically like a 3D RPG, like the classic Final Fantasy style, and it is super, super fun, and the story is super, super good. And I would just like to see it continue, honestly.
Yakuza, I feel like that was also a free game recently, because I remember seeing the name, but I don't remember actually playing the game.
Well, in the Game Pass for Xbox, all of them are free, even the newest one, I think.
Yeah.
It's been free a couple of times over the last few years with PlayStation Plus.
Oh, yeah. What about you, Nate? What's the game that needs a sequel?
I think the last God of War that came out, I want to see a continuation of that, but instead of playing as Kratos, I want to see Atreus involved more.
All I can say is good luck getting the fandom to agree to that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they'll react to that.
I mean, I know me personally, who's played all of the God of Wars. I can't imagine a game where at least Kratos isn't involved, at least. You know what I mean?
They'll probably kill him off, honestly. That's the only reason I could see Kratos ever not being the God of War.
They're going to do a whole fucking...
are we gonna
Last of Us 2?
Yeah, I was like, are we gonna bring it up? I was like, we bring it up every episode. Might as well bring it up. Joel dies.
Yep. That was exactly what I was thinking.
Joel died.
All right, Bryson, it's your turn.
All right, so sequel. I got 2 of them. I'd like to see Cyberpunk moving forward after they fix everything and everybody has a chance to play the game the correct way. And I already know it's coming, but I want to see a Witcher 4. But for those, I don't know. Has anybody here played The Witcher? I know Quentin hasn't because it's not his type of game. No, Dakota, Heathen?
I've beaten all of them.
My man. All right, so Dakota, obviously, again, you're the only one who gets this. But moving forward, I would like to see Geralt killed off. I know, controversial I am.
That is a hot take.
That is a hot take, I know. But just hear me out. I want a brand new Witcher. A Witcher which you customize from the beginning as a child. And your master, if you've gotten the good ending on 3, your master would then become Ciri.
So you want to turn the franchise into Far Cry?
What do you mean?
Far Cry always had a protagonist that spoke and whatnot, but as soon as I think it was 5 that came out, where you went as like a silent protagonist, and everybody fucking hated that.
Well, I don't know. I just think so. I think
Hold on, can we all
Becoming
agree with one thing? Silent protagonists in 2021 should not be a thing. Even if your character is like completely customized, it should still have a voice.
yeah.
I agree to that 100%.
So Dakota, another thing I wanted to point out with that. So in previous games, you've only played as Geralt, and what school does Geralt belong to?
It's been a hot minute since I played him. I don't remember.
The Wolf School. So moving forward, we know that there's a crane school, a cat school, a bear school, a griffin school, and a manicore school. Why are they not utilizing those different types?
Well, they could do a whole, like, I mean, it really doesn't factor into the game much, but Naruto to Boruto Striker, you're allowed to choose what village you're from, and your character comes in and looking like that character from that village. So I think that'd be pretty cool.
That's what I'm saying. So like, if you choose Griffin School, you deal in Griffin School techniques. And see, that's where I want to stray from Naruto and Boruto. I like that idea, but I don't want your character to be able to be like, oh yeah, I'm a strong striker, my stamina regenerates. So you have bear school capabilities and also cat school. Like, I don't like that.
Yeah, I could see that definitely being a thing.
All right.
That's just my take on it. So Quentin, you're up next.
No, Heathen, do you got anything? You said you had to take some time. If not, then I do have a few.
Yeah, I know it's really not like a sequel, but it's more like of a newer version of it, and that's Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Oh, so you want a remaster? Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, that was the shit back in the day. Like that was like my first game I actually played on GameCube. Actually, was that
Red Dead Redemption 1 needs a fucking remaster too.
A lot of games need remastered, man. MW3's getting one this year.
Yeah,
so that's pretty damn cool.
I hope it's no player as well, and not just a campaign like that fucking disappointment of Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
They said from what I've seen, they said it's only going to be campaign only.
Game.
All right.
What?
So, I got 4 that I think need a sequel to. These might throw some of y'all off because it depends if you played it or not. So the very first game that came out for the PlayStation 4 was this game called The Order 1886.
Ooh, the game was beautiful, but it was very short.
Yes, it was very short and very but it was a cool ass story if you understood the concept, but it obviously wasn't what they were promising. So I feel like they need to run that back, and it needs a sequel so that we can actually see how the story keeps unfolding and stuff like that. I thought that was a really cool game. And second, I have Skate 3. It needs a sequel.
Yes,
I agree with that 100%.
We need Skate 4, bro. It's such a good content maker. We need Skate 4.
I mean, I see another one coming, especially with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 getting remastered.
Yeah.
So I definitely see.
They might just remaster 3, but even that would work, honestly.
Yeah.
But
it was such a good multiplayer game too.
So this one's gonna throw y'all off. The Simpsons Hit and Run.
Yes.
Did not throw nobody off. You are 100%.
That needs a sequel. And then Fallout 4. Fallout 4 needs. Well, I guess it would be 76. But we need another Fallout game. We need another Fallout game that's not just DLC or 76, whatever that was supposed to be.
Yeah, we need a proper.
That's just a fucking cringe. Like,
are you gonna actually try that, Quentin?
Yeah, I might try it. I might try it. Yeah.
Okay.
What, 76?
Yeah.
That's
so
fun.
I know we've done this next one. We've done a tournament on it before, but who do you guys think is the best video game protagonist ever? Like, based off of just character development, skill, the game itself, like, who do you guys think is, like, the best?
Geralt of Rivia.
And, like, customization, everything. Like, all of that stuff included.
I mean, customization, V takes the cake, I think.
Well, we all know I don't really play a lot of storyline games, so I don't know. I don't really play a lot of games with campaign, really. So this question, I can't really give a legitimate answer, like a factual answer for me personally, because I don't really have an opinion on this one.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
I mean, you could always choose your favorite NASCAR racer. That's technically a protagonist.
Kyle Larson.
I knew that was coming.
Hey. Hey, look at him this year, look at him last year, man. Got banned from NASCAR and just kicking everybody's ass this year.
He doesn't exactly have a lot of customization, but in terms of character and the one that I really truly first fell in love with, I gotta go with my boy Nathan Drake.
Yeah. If it, I love Nathan Drake as a character, but that's like, even I can't say Joel and Ellie and stuff like that because there's very little customization to do with them.
Yeah. Well, if like again, I like him solely as a character. You know, like his story and just like the way he's played. And everything else,
understand.
I love it.
Yeah, no, I understand completely. Especially in the fourth game, it was really smooth. Shit, Nathan. Bryson.
All right.
Nathan died on us.
I want to what the fuck am I talking about? Like I said, in terms of character development, I think Geralt takes it. Because even from the first game, he grows so much, he learns to love. Because the way he's brought up, he's to show no emotions, and that's due to the mutagens put into him. But he learns to love. I mean, he's a great character overall, and easily customizable. I mean, not his body, but his clothes and stuff.
All right, here's where I'm gonna have to break a few of you out. I feel like nobody does a character quite as well as Rockstar does characters. And Arthur Morgan, his character is so like unique in how he matures along the way, and like there's so many different dialogue for if you are a good guy or a bad guy and how he reacts to certain situations. They really nailed it with being able to customize his facial hair, but his facial hair also is actively growing during the game, and then you can shave it and stuff like that. And the fact that you need a bath, or people will say that you fucking stink. And
that's personally some of my favorite features in that game, honestly.
Yeah, so like Arthur is such a customable character, along with the fact that he's a great character. And dependent how you treat him, either you get the good or bad ending. Either way, you still like feel like a part of him, no matter if he seems like a cold-blooded killer, because he still shows you that side of him. So I feel like Arthur Morgan has the best like chance of being like the best protagonist.
I agree.
That's good. I'm glad you agree. All right. So
I agree as well.
On to our last question for topics for games. Here's a big one that I would like Heathen to answer as being a pro player. I've been going through something lately, and I don't know if it's just anxiety or if it's my head, but do you guys believe that gaming blocks are a real thing?
Like reality?
No, like
Yeah.
You know how like certain people in sports start doing like really bad because like they need to see like a sports therapist and stuff like that, like
How
because
much?
they're having like a block. Do you think that's a real thing in gaming? Like, do you think you can just like for the life of me, I've been decent at Rocket League for a minute, but I just can't do it anymore. Like I can't keep up. I can't get in the right mindset. Like I feel like I'm having like a mental block or a writer's block, but to video games.
Oh yeah, for sure. Um, for when I first started, actually like really putting time into the game, which that was right around when I met you, um, uh, and then because I was doing that every single day after work, and I should have for work tired as hell because I was up all night playing the game, going to school and then coming to work. So but there was a time for a while where like I was one of the best in the game, and then at one point I couldn't do anything. Like mentally, I was drained. It felt like, but it felt like I wasn't good enough at it anymore. But then like you get out of it. Like it takes a while to like you get to fight and claw out of it. Um, it took me literally a year to fight and claw my way back out of it. Um, to where I am now. Because it was like 2019 is when I had that like 8-month down period, and then like early last year, I really started picking up my stuff again and going ham and getting really good at the game again. So, I mean, advice for it as well is like don't stop, like keep pursuing it. Like if you are good at the game once in your life, it's you're always gonna be good at the game. It's always gonna be in you. It's just you have to have the willpower and the mental strength to push on and get past that, like you said, the mental block of you think you're not good enough at the game
Yeah,
anymore.
like I definitely get a big one for Rocket League, but it's also like even in certain games that I knew, like Call of Duty is an example too. Like I used to be so good at Call of Duty. Like I could have probably played like pro in like Black Ops 2 days, but like nowadays I'm barely fucking going even. And I don't know if it's just time has passed me or I'm out of my like what is it called?
Oh, your
Fuck.
prime.
Yeah, I'm out of my prime or my peak or whatever. But like,
Well, you also have to think about that though. Like everybody's getting good at the game too. Like especially with like COVID last year, like I can't like going back to that, like everybody had all last year just to sit on their ass and play games all year, and everybody got really good at games. Like I know that I played Fortnite when it first came out. Me and you played it a lot, Quentin. And we were decent at the game, and now everybody can they snort their G Fuel and just go off.
yeah,
So I
then
don't
I'm
know.
getting killed by 7-year-olds with ARs from 600 feet away on top of
No,
a tower. Yeah, let's not talk
you're getting
Fortnite.
you're getting laser beamed by a spaceship.
Yeah,
That's-
that pisses me off. But yeah, yeah, like, it's not that you're bad. Like mentally, you think you are, but you have to think, like you have to adapt to the new wave of players. I'll say, and then find yourself again, pretty much. So that's what I had to do. So
I mean, I agree with most of that. The only thing I would say is like there are days when I'm like really good at a game, and there'll be a few days I play it. Like you, so you brought it up, Call of Duty, for example. I wouldn't say I'm the best at it, but I'm. Oh, did I close out? Okay. Call of Duty. I'm not exactly the greatest at the game, but uh, there are days where I feel like I have off days, and personally, I think that's just because like you play it for so long and everything else that it starts to weigh on you, and you're just kind of sitting there going, "Yeah, I've had a good couple games, and now I'm doing garbage, and I can't explain why." And I think that's just because you end up playing it too much, and that's how it is for me. Like, I can play a game for a couple hours or so, but once I start doing bad, it's just like
Well, yeah, I
now
can no longer play online games for more than like an hour. Like that's
yeah.
that's about like as long as an online game will take me. I need some
Right.
kind of like direction, and if I'm just doing the same shit repeated, then I feel like I'm
Well,
going
like-
insane.
Like earlier, I was bringing up the Yakuza series. Right now, I'm playing Like a Dragon, which is, I believe, the newest one in the series. And I'm decently good at the game, but once in a while, because I'm getting so either bored of it or the game itself is starting to tire me out, I completely give up on playing it for a little bit because I know for a fact that if I keep doing this, I'm just going to keep messing up. So, I feel like it's just because you're playing that one game and relying on that for your entertainment purposes for so long that even that starts to weigh on your mind a little bit.
See, I agree to a point, but at the same time, the games that, like, I barely be playing Rocket League sometimes. Like, I'll go weeks without playing it, come back, do great one day, and then next just utter shit. So it's not like I'm overplaying certain games. It's that I'm not playing enough, but I also can't stand to play them because I'm not doing as well as I was.
Right. And I personally believe that there are some games where you could be really, really good at that you just stop playing because it fell off on you. So therefore, you kind of, like you were saying, you lose your edge to it. That's just my take on it.
I'm gonna say pretty much the same thing that Dakota just said, because normally first thing in the morning, if I'm online, normally Logan and Dakota are on Warzone if they're not busy. So I'll hop on with them and we'll run Rebirth Island, and most of the time it'll just be the three of us until we get a pull with a random. Like first couple games we start off shitty, then we slowly get better and better each game, and then we win a couple, and then we do complete shit again. It's like everybody has their moments. Like I can go positive like 6 or 7 games playing Cold War, and then the next couple games I go completely negative because people are better than I am. And like for example, like certain, especially with like certain game modes, like Team Deathmatch and Kill Confirmed. Yeah, I do really good with those two. But when it comes to domination, where I have people shooting at me from every which way while I'm trying to capture an objective, I do complete shit at. That's why most of the times I go for like one objective and then I just sit there and keep my distance.
So a question that wasn't on our like list today, but also kind of low key. We're all getting older, I could say, right? Like besides Heathen, he's probably like he just turned 21, but I'm going on 24. Dakota, you're going on what, 23?
23 now.
Yeah. Inferno,
I'll be 25 in November.
Yeah, so like, do you think the gaming industry is passing us by? Like, now that we're getting older, we just can't keep up anymore.
No, I don't believe that one bit. Because I know people well into their 30s, like my brother-in-law or stepbrother, whatever. He is 34, something like that, and still plays video games every day and is the biggest fan of video games.
No. I'm not saying that we're not playing video games. I'm just saying that with all the new young players coming up, like, you know how we roast kids because they're like 13 or 14 playing, and we're like, oh, why are you doing in this lobby or shit? We used to be those kids. Like, we used to be those kids. Like, for me, I could say I probably hit my gaming prime at, like, 14 through 16. So, like, the older I get, the less good I am at games. Like, when they come out, I don't even play games on, like, harder and difficult anymore. I play it on easy. I just want to get through it, you know?
I want to do easy the first way through to get the story done, and then I want to do hard.
Well, no, it's just, what the fuck am I going to sit here? I barely have time as it is. Why am I going to take 2 hours to finish this one mission because I'm stubborn and I want to play this game on hard? I just feel like the older I get, the more games are passing me by and stuff like that. Like, stuff that used to pique my interest. Like, I could honestly care less if I buy the next Call of Duty or the next Battlefield, shit like that. Like, I just don't care at all. So, like, I feel like as I'm getting older, games that interest me or they should interest me if I was a little younger don't anymore. So I feel like we are getting kind of passed by as time goes by because we just lose interest. I mean, I've been
See,
playing
the
Call
only-
of Duty since the Big Red 1. So, like... Or, no, I've been playing since Finest Hour, so...
I think because with Call of Duty and everything,
Well, it's
nowadays,
also a
not
copy
back
and
then.
paste game ever since, like, 2010, so, like...
Well,
Besides
like,
that.
the only reason I'm gonna buy the new Call of Duty is to play with you guys. Like, there's no other reason. Like, I wouldn't get it if you guys don't get it. Like, that's pretty much the only reason I buy most multiplayer games is to play with you guys.
You guys have an opinion on that? Like, if you think it's passing us by?
I actually do. I don't know if like I don't know per se. Obviously, I'm the youngest one here, but I feel like the older I get, the better I'm getting at games. But from what you're saying, it's different for everybody.
But I think you're low key in your prime right now. Like, you're doing your best
No,
work
definitely.
that you've done since, like, you started gaming. You're doing your best work right now. Being a pro player and everything like that, like, that's showing that you're, like, the best of the best out there right now. But, like, what I'm saying is, like, I had to hit my prime in, like, Black Ops 2. Like, I had to have. Because, like, that year, just in general, I grinded so much games. So, like, Black Ops 2, I think that was 2012. Yeah, so within the next 2 years, just think of all the games that came out. Like, The Last of Us Part 1, GTA 5 just came out, Fallout 4 came out. Like, I think I hit my gaming prime, like, in that time from, like, 2012 to, like, 2015. And now I'm just slowly, like, you know, I just don't care anymore. I only really buy, like, big-name pictures anymore. Like 2016, I used to buy a bunch of indie games and shit like that, but now I just, like, big game shit. Like, that's about it.
So, I'm gonna kind of agree with Quentin here because, you know, back in, you know, in the glory days, I used to think of myself as not a pro player, but, you know, I was pretty decent at certain games. Like, I always used to proclaim that I was, like, really good at Need for Speed. And nowadays, games are so fast paced and you gotta compete to basically, you know, with speed, whereas games back in the day used to just be like, you know, take your time. And, you know, I kind of found that out trying Fortnite for the first time, but for, like, you know, for myself, where I kind of came in late in the game for that.
It also comes
And
out with better... It's because of better game mechanics. Like, just think, when we were doing our best work, games were still blocky and shit like that. We were still playing on square TVs. Like,
exactly.
you know? So, like, now that there's better games and shit, like... If I was, like, 14 now, I'd be fucking tearing it up. Like, but I'm just not that guy, pal.
And if you remember, like, those block TVs, they usually ran at, like, what, 30 frames per second if you got a good one.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
ass.
So, you know, for me personally, like, there are days when I can obviously keep up with Call of Duty, but that's only because, you know, playing every Call of Duty that's come out since.
Yeah, it's like your natural instincts take over a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
you like, I've still got that. I also think, as I've gotten older, my competitive edge is gone. I've noticed that that's, like, just not there anymore. Like, besides when it comes to, like, playing you guys, like, of course I want to show that I'm the best in the group and shit like that because, you know, I'm the fucking founder. I don't want people to be better than me. So, like, I be trying to, like, show you guys up and shit like that, but when I get online, I just don't fucking care. I just don't care anymore. I'm a Rocket League, I
Right.
get hyped, but, like, any other game, I just don't fucking care. I don't care to play it. Like, y'all be grinding the shit out of Warzone. Haven't touched it once. Don't care. Just, I don't care to try and learn it.
Yeah, but as Heathens was saying, how it's, like, different for everybody and whatnot. For me, back in my days, you know, I'd fucked my body up so much that trying to keep up with all the fast-paced shit literally hurts my body. So,
That low-key
Unfortunately,
makes sense because I was in a car accident in 2017, and ever since then, I'm like, my neck is, like, hanging on by, like, a thread. Like, I'm pretty sure I have a pinched nerve or something like that in my neck. So, like, right
Right.
now, I turned my head to the left, and my left side of my body went numb. So, like, there will be times where I'm playing, I just can't sit down like I used to and play because I'll literally just be in pain if I'm just sitting here.
Yeah, and for me, I'm not like saying everybody here is hurt worse than me or anything else like that, but I've broken both of my hands and my wrists from football and just other stupid shit that I did as a kid. So like there'll be days when my fingers will lock up and it feels like arthritis, but it's not. So unfortunately, in my case at least, it is because of age and stupid shit I did back in the day.
Yeah. All right. Well, it is time to move on to our final topic of tonight, which is our sports category. So I'm just gonna put this out there. Luckily, Harley's not in here because I know Harley would probably put up a big argument on this. But do you guys believe or consider that pro wrestling a sport?
Yes, wholeheartedly.
Yeah, because it's still technically more physically demanding than some other sports.
See, that's crazy. I didn't really think that it would have been. You guys would have thought that because I don't. I do and I don't. It's sports entertainment for sure.
Definitely.
But
Well,
I
yeah.
wouldn't call it like. I find it weird when like ESPN and shit like that's covering it because like at the end of the day you're still fake. You're still a predetermined sport or so.
Right.
I put quotation marks up like you guys or not quotation like the whatever they are.
Football?
No, that's not what I was talking about. But yeah, I don't consider it just like a sport. Sorry,
See,
guys out there.
I would say that it's a sport, but it's not one that should be, in the leagues of like MMA and stuff like that because it's still physically demanding. You still can fuck up your body from doing it, but at the same time, it's literally just a show. All it is, and that's all it'll ever be.
Yeah.
Well,
Pretty much. Go ahead.
I only said it was a sport because when my one cousin used to do like wrestling and all that, so I went to go to like the training with them in the 1 week, and I Quentin knows I used to be an athlete. I played football and was in very, very, very good shape. That made me tired as hell. I couldn't hang. I was tired. Like I was I was physically drained after a one single workout of that. So being able to do that for sake of match for like 30 minutes is, definitely a lot of strain on your body. And there's a lot of sports like that that are called sports that don't. Hell, cheerleading is classified as a sport. They
Yeah,
don't do anything.
That's true.
So they don't do jack shit other than dance and go hoorah, go team.
But at the same time,
Hey, they throw each other around. Give them some credit.
Okay, yeah.
oh, so they throw each other around. But if I throw Kate or Kayla around, I'm abusive. No, I'm just fucking.
Quentin, I know exactly where that was about to go, and you saved your ass.
Yeah.
I mean, I see it. Wrestling. I mean, there's a lot of development from when people first start off, but it's not even about being competitive anymore. It's all for one person winning every single title and then one person coming back after not wrestling for 15 years, trying to make their comeback when they're 30 years older than what they were when they were in their prime.
Goldberg.
Yes.
So-
Goldberg, for example. So,
Undertaker?
No, listen to my example with Goldberg. Bobby Lashley just won a title. Goldberg comes back and says, "I'm next," and then he points at the SummerSlam sign. So
it's all a cash. It's all a cash grab at the end of the day.
basically, all it is they're basically Vince McMahon and Shane McMahon's bitch.
All right.
Basically.
So
Don't forget Triple H and Stephanie.
I'm willing to say that it's kind of sportsy, but here's where I draw the line. So the other day I was watching, like I was just catching up, so I was watching, what pay-per-view was last? Money in the Bank. I was watching it, and it came up that the WWE can now use DraftKings, which I do not think should be fucking allowed at all. Like, I do not believe any pro wrestling, anything that's predetermined should not be on gambling sites. I think that's completely illegal. I think it's completely fucked up. And if people know the answers, they can just tip things in their, like, on the other way and then vote big on who's actually the winner and get, like, a shit ton of money. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's, you know.
I 100% agree with that, because all you have to really do for WWE, especially, is pick the fucking company favorite. If John Cena's wrestling, you have a 95% chance to say that he's going to fucking win because he's like their poster child.
Well, there's also spoilers online all the time on who's going to win because it gets leaked or, like, shit like that. And some of it's recorded. So, like, if you're recording SmackDown on Tuesday and it goes up on Friday, if you were live, you can bet on DraftKings and just win money. Like, it's just fucking stupid. I don't understand it. I don't understand how it's legal in the first place. You shouldn't be able to gamble a predetermined sport.
It's basically like a fixed gambling thing is what's going on.
Any of you guys have, like, opinions on that?
Well, I definitely do not think that it should be allowed. At the gambling
I,
thing.
I don't think it should be because I agree with you. I do believe that WWE is predetermined and be way too easy for people to bet big and win a shitload of money, like Vince McMahon, for example.
Like, you also got to think, too, though, not just Vince McMahon is making money not only off of the WWE, but the XFL as well, which is his own, basically, NFL league. His own football thing.
Actually, he sold out to The Rock, actually. The Rock now is the owner of it, I think. Last time I checked.
Yeah.
He bought it off Vince. But it used to be Vince's, yes. Not anymore, though.
Short mini break. Sorry, guys.
We should have like an intermission screen for when all this kind of stuff happens.
Yeah, I mean, it does it once we start going a little too far.
I mean, it don't matter. I'm driving right now, so.
Yeah, once we get going a little too long, it starts acting up. Like,
Where do I find said podcast?
YouTube.
Quentin. No, I need the link, my guy, the link.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'll send it then.
Tell Craig to do his job.
Okay.
I'll make sure that this...
I'm gonna subscribe to all. How many YouTube accounts I have for other fucking things? Because I do my own podcast. You know that, right? Is it Q?
No, I didn't know that.
What's a racing one? We're doing one this week. Then we're off for, like, I think 2 weeks. Because
Gotcha.
I
would love to be on your podcast. I don't know nothing about racing, though.
All right. So, we got one final question. This was coming from Nathan, so we're just doing 4 sports this time. So, what is you guys' favorite athletes from MMA, boxing, basketball, and baseball? We'll just go down the line. We'll start with MMA. Go ahead.
Heathen, do you want to head first, or you want me to go?
I mean, I don't really watch, like, those. I mean, I watch them, but I don't really pay attention to them that often. So I'm gonna be the basic white bitch and say McGregor, just because it's the only person I've actually physically watched a fight of.
To be fair, I'm going to say McGregor too, and it makes me look like a casual anytime I answer like that. But the fact is, the fact is, he brought me to the sport. So,
bro, his swagger is too different.
If I didn't see McGregor come on my TV screen, I'd never watch MMA today, and I'll probably stand by him, even though he's a fucking asshole.
It sounded like you said anime.
Well, actually, funny you bring that up, Bryson. I don't want to say his name because I don't want to butcher it. This that guy who does all the anime shit.
Israel Adesanya.
Yeah, he is my favorite in MMA at the moment.
Nate or Bryson, one of you two? Oh, Bryson left. All right, I'll answer for Bryson. Bryson would have said Izzy. Bryson loves Izzy.
I'm gonna have to go with McGregor as well, just because, like, well, really, it's for MMA is a tie between McGregor and Poirier, because those were the two that actually like got me into watching like the UFC fights and stuff. Because I didn't really pay attention to it when I was in high school and stuff. Because hanging out with Andy all the time, that's all he would literally talk about is UFC. This UFC that, because he used to do cage fighting back when we were in high school. But
Yeah,
but
I mean, I got a few people that I like and I enjoy watching, and a bunch that are like my top favorites. But if I have to go all time, then I got to go with the person who brought me to the sport. So, yeah. So I'm gonna have to give McGregor, even everything surrounding him.
I mean, in all honesty, one of my current favorites, just because I know him personally, but it will definitely have to be Chaos Williams, because that dude is fucking nuts.
Yeah. Now, if we're talking about home state or hometown, it's definitely like Paul Felder and Sean Brady. Those are my guys for my home state. But I know Bryson would have said Izzy, so I'm just gonna put that out there.
I'm sorry, say that one more time. I'm back.
Dude, what are you in? You sound like you're dying. It's going. Boo, 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 boo. I said you would have voted for Izzy.
For what?
For your favorite MMA fighter.
Izzy or... I know I'm going to get some hate from this, especially from Quentin, because I know we had a thing here. But that kid that went against Sean really impressed me.
Chris Mantino? What the fuck? I forget his name. But yeah.
He really impressed me. He's not my favorite, but he's getting up there.
Alright. So up next we have boxing. Heathen, I'm not sure if you watch boxing or not.
Oh, KSI.
KSI?
He's technically professional boxer, so don't come at me.
That's true. He technically is.
He's 1-0, baby. Let's go.
Dakota?
I'm going to be a little bit of a basic bitch here, and I'm going to say Ali.
Muhammad Ali?
Yeah, you always got to give it to the greats.
You
Either
always...
him,
OGs, yep.
either him or Sugar Ray.
Sugar Ray Robinson, my man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with agree with Dakota on that one.
Bryson doesn't watch boxing. He's gonna say Mike Tyson.
Whoa. No. Remember that boxing match we watched against the guy that was training to bob and weave? We watched it at your house. It was a white guy against the
Hispanic.
French. Yeah, do you remember that?
I think I know who you're talking about, but at the same time, I don't know. Are you? So.
I don't know his name, but you should know who I'm talking about.
Well, my favorite is, if I think Bryson's thinking of the same person, I only really tune in for his boxing events. But Canelo Alvarez, he's a fucking beast.
That's who it is.
Yeah, Canelo Alvarez is a fucking beast. He's a goddamn monster. So
I used to play the Fight Night games on the PS3 back in the day.
Yeah.
And we would always do like custom games where we could pick a fighter from any division. And my buddy would always go with Mike Tyson just because he's that asshole. Well, he never knew why. I never knew why I went with this guy, but his name's Butterbean.
Oh, Butterbean. Yeah.
He's huge, bro, and he just watching like his highlight reels and stuff from back in the day, he just like beats the literal dog shit out of people.
Yeah, he also knocked out I forget who it was on Jackass.
Johnny Knoxville. He knocked him out in the store.
Yeah, was that Johnny? Oh, speaking of, hold on, weird off topic, but did you guys see this new Jackass?
Yep.
And did you guys see? Did you guys see? Did you guys see that Bam was like crying on TikTok or Instagram Live because they're not letting him? Yeah, because he couldn't keep himself sober.
Yeah.
That's
I feel for Bam, but I don't.
No, I respect the fuck out of the guys for not letting him in.
Real, and he's blaming them for.
He's blaming them, but then also asking money from his fans so he can do his own movie.
He said $1. Give me $1.
Yeah.
Damn,
so I don't
can do him pretty well.
But back on topic. Up next, we got basketball.
I'm just gonna be the basic bitch and say Michael Jordan.
Yo, that's me. That's me all the way. Jordan or LeBron, bro. Or no, Steph Curry. Steph Curry.
I was just about to say Steph Curry.
You said his fucking name wrong, bro.
For me, my top 5
I'm driving. Shut up, bitch.
will have to be Michael Jordan, Isaiah Thomas,
Which one?
Kobe, old school.
Which Isaiah Thomas? Okay, the tall
Pist-
one.
Bro, we can't-
Pistons, Isaiah Thomas.
Don't y'all dare forget about Shaq. Like he wasn't no big deal.
Okay, so
I
for
mean,
me,
he was, but he wasn't a good basketball player.
hey, he
Bro.
broke one rim. He broke the basketball rim in every
What did he just
season
say?
that he played in. And he played 20 seasons. So he, in his backyard, he literally has a tree made out of all the basketball rims he broke off the backboards.
But just because he's a freak of nature does not mean he was a. Of course, they're going to keep a freak of nature. Big Show, Mark Henry. Come on now, they're going to keep people like that.
Dude, your car sounds like it's about to blow up.
It's not mine, and it's the heater core, so fuck off.
But anyway, my top 5 will probably have to be Jordan, Isaiah Thomas, the Pistons, Isaiah Thomas, Kobe, just because it's Kobe Bryant, you know. Shaq's up
Wait,
there.
are you giving him a pity vote because he's dead?
Because he died.
I was like, are you really giving him a pity vote? Kobe's awesome, don't get me wrong, but
And then I'm probably gonna have to go with like Larry Bird or something, like one of the old school players.
yeah.
I can tell nobody here watches basketball.
No, I don't watch basketball anymore. I watch teams. I don't really focus on players.
I watch basketball.
Like, I'm not one of those that's just, like, into sports so much where I can name every player the moment that I see their leg hair. Like, I can't do it, bro. Like,
Hey,
I'm
stop
like,
calling me out, Q.
yeah, I can't do it. I'm not that guy,
See,
pal.
My favorite player, and nobody is gonna know who this is, but his name is Kemba Walker,
Yeah.
That's that tall bitch, right?
Bro.
That's the tall motherfucker, right?
the guard for the Celtics.
No, he's not. He plays for the Thunder. He got traded in the offseason.
That's
Yeah,
right, he
plays
did.
for the Thunder now.
I'm talking about when he played for the Celtics, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, he played for the Hornets first.
What's
Yeah.
y'all's teams?
OKC.
Celtics.
I'm a diehard Pistons and Milwaukee Bucks fan just because I like the
Bucks.
I can't even pronounce his last name.
Antetokounmpo.
Greek Freak.
I'm a
Antetokounmpo.
I'm a hurt somebody. I'm a 76ers and Cavaliers fan.
Hey, okay, I respect that. You Ben Simmons fan
I don't fucking know
can't
people,
shoot
bro.
free-
I just watch
who
it.
can't shoot 3-pointers.
All right. On to the next one. So we got baseball. So a game that I played. Oh, you didn't go?
Yeah.
All right. All right. My bad.
Hey, so number 1 is Allen Iverson. You have to respect AI.
I mean, he was the
Second-
only person to cross Jordan over and take his ankles. So
Second is D-Book. I've actually met D-Book. Pretty fucking awesome guy. Third is Russell Westbrook. Also met him at a OKC game like 3 years ago before he got traded. Obviously Jordan. Obviously, I wasn't gonna be a basic white bitch, but I guess I have to give respect to him. And then final, D Wade, 100%. So a lot of people are number 3, pretty much. As you know, Q, I wear 3 in everything, so 3 is special to me. So.
I feel you. All right, now to probably like my favorite sport as a kid, but my least favorite to watch now, baseball.
Love playing it. I hated watching it.
Yeah.
I love watching baseball.
I can watch baseball if it's like something that like the only thing on. Like that's about it.
Well, I mean, I like watching baseball live.
Who's y'all's favorite baseball player of all time?
Bryce Harper.
I like Harper. He's always getting into fights though.
I met him right before COVID.
Really?
Like right for the COVID break. Yeah, and he's not an asshole when you meet him. He's just an asshole on the field because he's arguably one of the best of this generation.
I feel like my pick's definitely the best of like I feel like he's the GOAT in a way. I picked Derek Jeter, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
He's from-
yeah.
Derek
from,
Jeter, fucking
Kalamazoo.
GOAT. What?
Hey, being a Phillies fan,
From
you don't respect the Yankees.
Nah, listen. I'm a diehard Philly person for every sport except baseball. That's the only sport. I'm a Yankees fan. It came from me like playing as the Yankees like 6 times in a row though, like as a kid. So my mom was a Phillies fan, so we always got in arguments all the time. But 7, who you got? Or Diablo? I need to change your fucking name.
I don't know why. Like in the actual server, it's my Diablo name, but in here, it's my Discord name.
because I changed your. I didn't change you guys' nicknames in here.
Oh, well, my favorite is Chad Cole, the pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Hmm.
I predict like
the
you
Pirates?
know, yeah, I'm the only it's like the only Pittsburgh fan that I'm a fan of, team that I'm a fan of.
All right.
But yeah,
Heathen wants to do NFL players. I don't really have personal favorites. I feel like a personal favorite for mine is Nick Foles, just because he won us the Super Bowl.
Nick,
Big Dick Nick.
that's what they call
Nick.
me, Philly.
for
Big
for
Nick,
ba- for
baby.
baseball, for me, I'd probably have to say Miguel Cabrera. He's the designated hitter for the Tigers, and then I don't think he plays anymore. But Albert Pujols was definitely one of my favorite
Albert
players growing
Pujols
up.
was a badass, bro.
Old motherfucker.
Yeah.
Bro, he was still playing at like what 2-3 years ago. I think.
Yeah,
And dude was still grabbing the balls. Dude.
David Ortiz, bro. I remember him being a fucking
Poppy,
boss.
Big
Yeah.
Poppy.
Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of David Ortiz, I think it was back in 2012 or 2013. It might have been earlier than that, but it was opening weekend at Comerica Park, and we were sitting first base side, right behind the Red Sox dugout or the visiting dugout. So that's where the Red Sox were. I wish I had the baseball, but I don't talk to my dad anymore. But I have a baseball signed by Big Poppy himself.
Really.
Yes.
All right. So now the football. I'm just gonna get mine out of the way because I don't really know football players too much. I'm gonna go with Foles because he won. OG. I'm going back a little bit. I really liked McNabb when he was in his prime, and then OBJ.
you like
You
the
didn't say Brian
Butterfingers
Wilson?
nab.
He wasn't Butterfingers McNabb when I first was watching. He was really good when I first started watching.
Well, that's
that
all
was-
right,
that was in
because
Wa-
I
that
have a-
was in Washington.
No.
Because my favorite player is also from the Eagles. He just doesn't play anymore.
Who's that?
Brian Dawkins, Weapon X.
Westbrook too. He was a fucking beast.
Brian Westbrook was a fucking great runner. I don't care what anybody says.
Westbrook is great.
I think one of my favorite all-time players, my top 3, Calvin Johnson. Dude was a fucking beast. I'm gonna have to go with Brett Favre back in the day, and one of my favorite all-time defensive players, even though I'm not a Steelers fan, Troy fucking Polamalu, bro.
Troy
That dude was a
Polamalu's
beast.
Beast as well. Yeah, I agree to that.
I
I
like-
hate the Steelers, but I love Troy Polamalu.
Okay, speaking of the
Absolutely
hating
my
Steelers but liking one person off their team, I'm gonna go with Juju. I fuck with Juju, bro.
Yeah, Juju's a good dude as well.
The TikTok guy, yeah.
The TikTok guy.
Man.
Corvette.
Corvette man.
It's crazy because after he did, like, when he started doing that, they started losing every game.
They lost to the Browns.
It gave the
Bro,
Chiefs the first
like-
overall seed.
Fucking Juju. I was ready
Well,
to
I'm
get rid of
happy-
him.
I gotta be quite honest though. I'm happy nobody here chose the child kisser.
Which one's that?
Oh, fuck
I
Tom
think
Brady.
Tom Brady fucking kisses his
Um,
kids on the lips.
So, Q, you know my favorite though, because I wore his jersey to work. I don't know how many fucking times. Well, it's his college.
I
jersey,
only,
though.
yeah. I only remember you wearing Gator shit to work.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it's still his college jersey.
Yeah.
Vernon no one knows who the fuck he is. He plays for the Texans right now. His name is Vernon Hargraves III. He went to Florida, was a fucking dog. When I went down to camp, 'cause I used to do training, like we used to do like training camp down there, and we would get to play with them or run routes against them or throw against whatever. And yeah, it was he's one of the most genuine guys I ever met. Also Tyreek Hill, obviously. Cheetah. As you, I was gonna say Megatron, but you said him, so I can't.
Right.
There's like Joe Hayden, a lot of Florida players really. But the goat of the NFL history, Patrick McAfee.
You got me
So,
lost, bro. I
you're-
don't know who that is.
He's a punter.
I got
He's a
one more
punter
to. I got one more to throw out there too. I'm gonna have to go with one. He's definitely one of the best running backs of all time. Barry fucking Sanders.
Yeah, I got it.
Isn't he a
Look at the
socialist? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Hey,
Fuck Bardo.
listen, listen.
I don't even know what
Oh.
that word means.
You know what the worst part is?
What, Dakota?
I was gonna say, I completely forgot. When you guys asked who the favorite baseball player was, I was gonna make a joke and say Michael Jordan.
I mean, he did play for the Cubs for one
Yeah,
season.
but he was fucking horrible. I was gonna make the joke saying, you know him, but
Well, if that's the case, we could also make the joke about, what's the guy? Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow.
Because he's
oh my
played
God.
like every fucking sport. Oh, man.
That was pretty fun though. I enjoyed that.
I have food in my mouth. I'm trying to end the podcast, but Dakota, take it off.
So we're heading off then. Well, all right, everybody. We all appreciate you watching up until this point. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us comments if there's anything you'd really like us to talk about.
And thank you, Heathen, for joining in today. Once again, happy belated birthday to you, my friend.
Yep. Happy birthday, brother.
And shout out to Todd and Corinne for getting married. I hope everybody else has a good day. I'm going to finish eating. Dakota, you can finish off.
All right, everybody. Appreciate you listening. We'll talk to you next time.